Hey there, Chad Boninger here for Ohio University Libraries. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use SimplyAnalytics to create a map based upon whatever demographic or consumer variable or criteria that you wish to create. This video is part of my SimplyAnalytics Tips and Tricks video series and complements my SimplyAnalytics Tips and Tricks guide linked below. Hopefully this video helps you understand how to create a map in SimplyAnalytics, so here you go. In previous videos, we've shown you how to look at a quick report and also a comparison table, as well as how to rank variables across a location. Now, what a lot of people like to do is use a map because they can use this same kind of information in a more visual context using a map. So if we look at a map within SimplyAnalytics here, currently we're looking at the population in Chattanooga, Tennessee, but let's say we want to, like our ranking over here, we want to look at this kind of statewide. So let's go and look at our map and then change our location here to Tennessee. And right now we're looking at the population. Now let's say we want to look at the place where the region where we may be more successful as an organic food store, for example. So let's look at our lifestyle statement here, which comes from Simmons, about people who agree a lot that they shop and look for natural organic food. So if we do that, now we get a more visual context of where the likelihood is there. Now what we can do with this, if we don't like red, and red's kind of angry to me, it doesn't really speak, it doesn't really tell me, this doesn't really say organic. So what we can do is go over here and edit this and change the color scheme. Well, maybe something like green one might be a little more organic, right? And we can kind of go in and see that that might be a more useful color for us to use. Or maybe let's go with this blue with a hint of green in it. That might be kind of nice, okay? You can also go in and play with these category ranges here as well as you're creating your map. And what's nice about this, right now we're looking at national level quantiles. If you want to, you can change this to local quantiles, right? And all it's going to do is kind of manipulate the category ranges and basically can change up the colors of your map there. So it's just a kind of a way to kind of generate more dynamic colors, and that looks kind of blah to me. So let's go back and look at the local quantiles. I think that gave it a little more color variation there. You can also go in if you want and click on the individual colors, and let's say you wanted this color here to be more of a let's do a, well, you can make something pretty nasty, so let's do a gray there, right? So you can kind of see how you can do that, right? So be careful. You can make something pretty atrocious if you're not careful. So be careful with that with your color choices there. Once you're happy with that, you click done there, and then now you can actually use this. You can actually go up here and export this if you want, and create your own map. So you can basically go in and shrink this down, reposition it, or shrink this down like this, right? And I'm going to leave a little bit of room over here on the left hand side intentionally. We're going to continue to our layout, and so here's where we can go in and say, well, let's move this over here. We can give us a north arrow and it's hidden behind there, so we can give us a north arrow. We can also add a text label and say this is organic food consumption in Tennessee. Okay, and so now we can go and drag this wherever, and we can manipulate this by color, size, that sort of thing, right? So once we're happy with that, we can go in and continue to export and save it as a JPEG, PNG, or a PDF image there. So it's a great way to kind of use that data in your PowerPoint for your presentation or your project purposes. Hopefully this video helped you better understand how to use SimplyAnalytics. Make sure you check out my other videos about using SimplyAnalytics, as well as my tips and tricks guide linked below. Take care and best of luck with your research.